everyone, and welcome to another Our Best for Boomers with Booming Encore. My name is Susan Williams, and I'm the founder of Booming Encore, and I'm delighted to welcome back Mike Drak. Mike is the author of Victory Lap Retirement and Retirement Heaven or Hell, which will you choose? Welcome, Mike. Great to see you.
Morning, Susan. A wonderful way to start the week.
It certainly is, and today we thought we would talk about the best stress relievers for boomers and share a few of what we actually do when we get in feeling that sort of stress. And it's not that uncommon right now. Can you believe it? It's been almost, it's just been over 2 years since the first COVID case was actually found in North America. And we've all been struggling with some of those restrictions. Plus, there's been a lot going on in the world between weather issues and politics and all the rest. So it's no wonder we're feeling a little bit stressed. So what's one of the things that you do, Mike, to try and combat that?
Well, what I do is, I'm lucky because, we're in lockdown, we're at home, it's minus 20 outside, and it's so easy to get the blues. And you need something to distract your mind, to occupy your mind, and also to, pump some energy into your body. So one of the best things I find is I go down the stairs every day and I work out. And I'm doing that because, I set this crazy goal of doing Ironman this November in Mexico. So I need to go down the stairs. But once I get there, it's, I get into that state of flow where I'm really not thinking. I crank up the music really loud and I do the workout. So, but that saves me mentally and physically, right?
It does. Exercise is such a great thing. And I'm with you. Like I try and at least get 5 times a week. I'm definitely not training for an Ironman, but it is definitely one of those things that is an immediate stress reliever after you do it. Sometimes it can be a bit stressful trying to get there. I don't know, because I can come up with like a million reasons why not to, but once I finish it, the feeling of accomplishment and relief and a whole bunch of other things kind of kick in. So definitely my number one thing to go to as well. As for me, the other thing that I have discovered is meditation. And I'll be honest, I came at this a little late to the game. It was something that I always thought was a bit new agey, kind of out there, woohoo. But as I started to both do it and research it more, I found out that there are a ton of benefits. So as much as we're revving up with exercise, meditation can also help you slow down. And it doesn't have to be much. Like, for example, I'm only doing maybe 15 to 20 minutes. I managed to work my way up, but there are a lot of really strong benefits, especially for older people. And I want to actually cite the research on this because this isn't like stuff that's kind of out there. It can actually enhance your short and long-term memory. It can help with your, delaying cognitive decline. It helps with digestion and circulation, helps reduce your stress, and also feelings of loneliness, which we also know a lot of older people can experience as you get older. So meditation, it doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't take a whole lot of time, but there's definitely a ton of benefits. And I can actually tell when I don't meditate, I actually miss it. So there is something there, it might be worth exploring and for people taking a look at. So what's your number 2 thing that you do?
My number, I'm lucky because I was thinking about this the other day because can you imagine being retired and not being able to go anywhere and stuck in your home because of COVID and everything else? And I went, wow, that's pretty sad. And it's the reality of retirement for many people because they don't have anything to do like of substance. They don't have a source of purpose in their lives. And it's so important to have that. And so I'm lucky because I'm working on my 3rd and last book. And it gives me something to do. It gives me a good reason to get out of bed in the morning. And once I start working on the book, I get lost in it. I get into that flow state again. And I can spend a couple hours there just working on the thing. And so I'm lucky to have that in my life, is to have that source of purpose that I can activate during, a pandemic. And, people need the same thing in retirement. Or can you imagine just staying at home locked down and watching TV for 12 hours a day? I'd lose my mind.
I know, and that is a sad fact because a lot of people are watching TV. It's something like 47 hours a week the average person over 65 spends in front of the television. And it's not really that good for you. So there's so many other things. And so, like you said, having a sense of purpose would definitely help, or having something to do, or as you mentioned, a reason to get out of bed in the morning. We all kind of need that. So a really good idea there. As for my second, I actually stay in contact with friends. Sometimes it can be either getting together when we can, or even talking to them on the phone. If I get really stressed, just having that sort of release valve there, I find helps. Just someone to talk to, someone to, I hate to say complain to on occasion, someone to listen to you. And there's actually some research that shows that those that actually do have a strong network of people, in actual fact, live longer too. So, I mean, there's that added benefit. So, it's tough, especially as people exit the work world. And as you mentioned, go into retirement. Sometimes our network can all be there. So we really need to make sure that we cultivate a network outside of work, make sure that we actually spend the time and invest in it, because it does have some really strong benefits, especially as we age. So something to consider, and a good stress reliever too. How about your third item, Mike?
My third one is developing a hobby. And that's what I'm doing right now is, and it's, I really love fly fishing for Atlantic salmon. I fell in love with it, but there's a lot that I need to learn. So what I've been doing is I bought some used fly fishing books from a person, and I've been going through them every day. And once I get into that book and I start thinking about it, it's again, I'm in a state of flow. I'm dreaming about it, I'm thinking about it, I'm trying to learn new skills and do that. And you talk about meditation. Well, when I fish, that's my form of meditation. All my worries go away, all my concerns, and I'm just focused on that activity at the moment. And I find I can do that when I'm reading these fishing books too. So it's a great getaway for me. I forget about everything else, and I'm just spending a couple hours a day doing that. So it's a lot of fun for me.
Yeah, no, it certainly sounds real,
Yeah.
like very, very relaxing, which leads into my final thing, which is actually going outside. Sometimes just if you're feeling that sort of stress or that strain or just not feeling great, going outside and just getting a change of scenery, getting in touch with nature, seeing trees, breathing in some different air, it really does have a restorative impact, I find. And the research also supports that. Again, there is something about nature that it can actually relax you and make you feel less stressed. So it's a great de-stressing mechanism. So if anybody's feeling a little stressed, even if it's cold, just strap on your boots and put on that coat, bundle up, head out, and just.
I'm not going. Minus 20. No.
Well, if you dress for it, but like I said, I mean, you do need to get out. You have to get out of your house. You have to go out and see something different. Otherwise, I mean, the walls can really close in on you fast. So, that's another thing that I'll often do is I will actually just get out and even just go out to the backyard or something. Just get a change, change it up a bit, because when you're sitting in the house and you're feeling that everything's kind of closing in, you gotta find some sort
of. Oh yeah, you gotta change it up for sure. For sure.
Okay, well, thanks so much for your time, Mike. Really appreciate it. Always great chatting with you.
My pleasure, Susan.
And to everybody out there, I hope you have your ways of eliminating some of the stress in your life so that you can actually live your best booming encore. Bye for now, everyone.
Take care.